Yeah, we did this in the last FIFA, but oh my days. Take it away, AJ.
Man, the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
Reading, what a mess their club is in. Relegated on a points deduction, now in League One, with another points deduction sitting in the relegation zone. They might be playing Grimsby next season, as the manager Ruben has fond memories of us.
What a night for Grimsby, into the last 8 for the first time since 1939.
That's right, today we're going to give him, and his very unusual way of wearing a suit, the shot. He's got to rebuild Reading without spending a penny. The rules are a little bit different to the usual rebuild. We've got to win the Champions League. No, we don't have to win the Premier League, but we have to win something else, major trophy-wise, and we cannot sign a single player for a fee. Already got us set up with a standard play. Let's look at the team. It's an absolute mess. I'm gonna try and clean it, but honestly, I don't know if I'll do that correctly. But actually after a shuffle up, we do look alright. Players I want to get the most out of. We've got that guy, saying that name. We've got Mola, who I think had potential seasons back. We've got Nibs, Smith, and on the bench, Charlie Savage, Robbie Savage's son. We've only got 848k, plus we'll have contracts to sign this season, so it's gonna be a challenge. We'll probably have to sell some players, and we can use the youth. We do have a decent player, actually. Giacomo Rossi has decent potential. God, I hate that they've changed the boxes to white. EA, stop ruining your game. At least we've got one there, but we've got to get that number up. Also, another thing I want to really try and stick to, this isn't a rule, but with Wing being the highest paid player, I don't want the free agent to come in and be absolutely 10 times what he is, or I say free agent, maybe free agents, because that's what we'll be signing, and wages at Reading are pretty dire. Even despite that, we're expected to win the title at the first time of asking, which I think is actually a lot. Keep the salary down as the first player is in, and I think it is a very just common face. Everyone knows what he's about. Matthew Garbett, of course, the free agent of all free agents. I think he's a perfect fit. He's going into Sellers' formation as a cam, and we play cams. But we'll get a midfielder to join him. He's recently been at Rangers. He's 38-year-old. But welcome to the club, Stephen Davis, a player that I really could think as a captain figure. He's hopefully someone for Charlie Savage to look up to, and Hutchinson, I think it's about time he leaves the club. So that means another midfielder. Yes, I'm gonna get rid of Shawnee Boy, as here's another. Welcome to the club, Marco Stamic. He is another Australian, I think, like Garbett. Makes for a very strong squad. I've gone with Mbwenge and Guinness Walker at fullbacks and dropped Yadom. And also, for the moment, we have 20k. So no more free agents coming in at the start of this very save, unless we get rid of players in January. But Blackpool up first. Another team that were relegated with us. They will have a very decent team. Please, can we get a win somehow? We're screwed. And I think it's safe to say the EFL trophy's going well, but I've seen the league position. There is work to be done. There is definitely work to be done. With 10 points off top. Blackpool, to be fair, the beat us on opening day, and they're running away with it. One defeat in lower leagues of football is fantastic. Derby and Bolton stand in our way, so we've got to find a way to try and get past them. Team rating-wise, it's good. Probably going to have to change it around a little bit. That's what we've got. Button in goal. I didn't imagine he were going up. Oh, we're trying to replace him this window. Garbett also in the garbage, because Aziz is coming back in. Maybe that was a player that we shouldn't have signed, and we should have got someone else. And it's fair to say we're not going to be making the profit with the salaries. We've gone out there and we've spent a little bit big, but a goalkeeper in this division will be important. Labrovic has come across, and he is a brilliant young keeper. Could genuinely last a while as well, and he's almost Premier League quality. I say 75 is the minimum Prem quality. He's 74. It's a shame there's no strikers. Smith has 12, 8 assists, but there's no one really close to him. And it looks like we did get some very decent months going at the end of this season. We're still in a job, and we walked the league. Second half of it, that is what a goalkeeper does to your club. League 1 won, literally. As we were 7 points clear of Blackpool, we overcame them by a lot. 29 wins 29 wins. I mean, look at the ratings in the squad. We've got a 76 rated keeper. Absolutely brilliant. Nowhere near in the FA Cup, unfortunately, with Everton beating Forest. Carabao, no. EFL trophy, at least Blackpool won something. Newport County in the final, yeah. A 76 rated Labrovic, which is amazing. Guinness Walker wasn't the highest. He has gone up leaps and bounds. Loving this squad, as contract-wise, we're going to lose Stephen Davis straight away. He was a one-season wonder, but what a wonderful season it was. At least we're back in the Championship, and no, before anyone thinks of it, that Champions or League One win, should I say, does not count as a major honour. It's a good achievement. A 7 million in the bank shouldn't worry Ruben sellers too much with free agents. We are going to try and renew everyone. We cannot let anyone go on freeze, including Nejilico, who is our best player. Objective-wise as well, they want us mid-table. They want us winning 10 games. It's rather straight down the middle, I'd say. And this season, we've got Giacomo Rossi finally progressing from this academy. 16-year-old, 67 rated. That is better than any free agent we could ever get. So first signing, we're going to actually go for quite an experienced veteran. I mean, he definitely is a veteran. 37 years of age. It's another Stephen Davis kind of situation. 1 year out of Kevin Gamero in the Championship. And a youngster this time. We're not going to try and get too many of these in, but Alvaro Ortega for the future. Don't get me wrong, we'll still get young players. Probably in this season more than any, because we want to build them up for the Premier League, but we start in the Championship, Cardiff City. Absolutely buzzing. I think our team is relatively strong. Charlie Savage back in the starting 11. I'm looking at a new keeper, even though we've got a brilliant one, as we get a win. We start off our campaign in the Championship very well. Sam Smith, not the singer, but the striker. As here come the lads. The first two are them youngsters. Javier Carrasco as a goalkeeper. You'll see how good he is in a minute. But we also have Joaquin Carrizo, a winger, and Christopher Ross, who's another actual regen. I didn't realise there were three. Sorry, Rossi, but you're on your way down, because look at Carrasco. He's an 18-year-old goalkeeper. 75 rated. He'll probably go straight in. Ross is 69 rated as a Canadian centre-back. Carrasco is very decent as a winger, 1771. And now we'll go back to real players. Speaking of real, an ex-Reading one. Lewis Baker did spend a season on loan, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm entirely off, but he's here now anyway to replace Charlie Savage. And the board must be actually happy with our business, because we've got a thumbs up for the first time in a while halfway through. We're near the playoffs. Yes, I see there's teams up there like Sheffield United, Millwall, Norwich, and Ipswich who have got a very good squad on paper, but I don't know. I just didn't expect to be here. That has really caught me by surprise. I mean, Gamero's going down, but Aziz is becoming a striker just a little bit. I went and put the faith in him. A couple of others not growing. Carrizo's only gone up one. Same with Rossi. Najari on wing, probably the next one's out of the team. As Stamenic is the one doing good. It's just a shame that no real standout starting players are doing the business apart from Guinness Walker. Quite a few unhappy faces at the squad. There's a few retiring, but then there's a lot of happy, which I really, really do like. Goal scoring, though. Sam Smith is highest with 8. Gamero's still not living up to his hype, so maybe we search for an attacking player. Maybe left mid, maybe up front, but definitely lower than 10k a week. So welcome to a new man. He's actually predominantly a winger, but Brajkovic, 19-year-old, but I'm going to make him a striker. These free agent episodes, it is just, oh, players. But he won't be the only one. We're bringing in a Brazilian man, Felipe Silva, coming across from the CSL to get Reading into the EPL. Well, that's nice, isn't it? That's nice. We just missed out by a point. And you know what that's going to do for next season? It's just going to increase them objectives. I would have rather come nowhere near than that close. Or would I have done? Because I mean, we've had a good season. We could be the beneficiaries of our own downfall. Liverpool and Newcastle in the FA Cup final. I'm pretty sure we, yes, got past them. Round 5, we lost to Liverpool. They won the Carabao Cup. It looks like they are dominant in this country. We know the playoff teams. We've just seen them. We don't care because we're not in them. We do want to see top scorers, though. 18 for Smith, 12 for Aziz. And a striker that we brought in, Silva, got 2. Not good. Not good, but we've got Carrasco, who's the most expensive player in our squad. We could get some money in if we needed it. And he's the highest rated, but Stamenic at centre-half is the real deal. Watch this. I know for a fact what the objective will be. Gain automatic promotion. Oh, we've done it to ourselves. Sign a crucial forward. That has to happen somehow if there is one available. We can't waste a day at the start of this window. We've got 8 million. We've got the wages to get them big players in. Scouts as well. I'm trying to scout players and they're bloody suggesting Rodrigo, Nkunku. Are you real? So 2 players coming straight away in. These are good, but I'm still on the lookout for better if we've got to get an automatic promotion. Michael Johnston is the first, and I don't know the rating of this man, but we've got a youngster in, a striker in Martinho de Calavaro. I really want to see his rating. He's got to be over the rating of 71, surely. Oh, 76. How old is this guy? He's 18-year-old. Striker sorted, but he won't be alone up front. We're going to try, we're going to try it again. Lucas Courtier. If it works once, try it again. It's not as good. But still, is he younger? He isn't. He's the same age. They will grow magnificently. And the last one, we'll let him walk in. No, we won't. We'll skip it. Alessandro Fontanarossa from Inter Milan. 72 rated centre-half. Is this team enough to do it for the first half of the season? I don't know. I think it should be good enough to leave for now. I've been scouting for a long time this season in particular. 7 million's left in the bank account. We can go on and still use it. On to his first game, hopefully. And our first game is Bristol City. So Nigel Pearson versus Ruben Selles. They've got a very decent team. In fact, there's absolutely no new signings in it. That's a nice sight, actually, seeing everyone in the same colour on their picture, as it's a 2-2 draw. Knight and Atkinson, Courtier for us, and De Cannavaro. So our 2 new young boys, that was a tongue twister for me, getting goals each. They are the 2 that will hopefully put Ruben's team in the automatic places. Let's be honest, we don't expect automatic promotion, but we're definitely in the race. It is us, Luton, Norwich and Watford as it stands. I expect Burnley and Southampton to put up 2 of the biggest comeback journeys of them all. Of course, Ruben Selles' ex-team. Carvalho is 79 rated, matching our goalkeeper. 1 in front of Stamenic in the defence. It's a very good team, it honestly is. We've got 75 rated all over the shop. If we are going to get anyone in this window, it has to be a central midfielder. So 1 signing comes in. He's an actual attacking midfielder, but I reckon he can play defensive. Fasayo Delibashiru, welcome after his release from Wednesday. Woo! And we have done it! Top of the championship! 2 back-to-back league wins in the EFL. They share the same trophy. Oh, actually, no, they don't. The championship one is different. 1 point before Watford. Same goal difference as well. Then 1 less was Luton Town. London-based rivalries. I know they're not all in London, but they're close enough. I put them all together. But they're all in a race, and they all lose apart from us. The Royals, as it's Arsenal and Brighton Hove Albion, beating Coventry to reach the FA Cup final. That's decent. United win the Carabao. Playoff teams below us. Some very good ones. That's actually bad as well, because it actually takes up a good slot in the Premier League, because all them teams are decent. We just need to avoid relegation next year. We've got De Cannavaro, who we can never sell, or Carvalho. That's it. Courtier scoring goals. Carrasco, Stamenic. How much did the special boys get? They got 30 and 19. That is more than Sam Smith's 3. As he's fully replaced going into the big time. So, Premier League, Reading. Let's have a look at this table. I see Watford. I see Norwich have come up. It's still going to be hard to survive. Maybe we could send Bournemouth down. However, looking at these objectives, we're wanted mid-table. And we haven't got a good enough squad. They just want 1 crucial player or 1 important player. Even that won't be enough. I'm telling you right now, we've got 2 decent strikers and a decent goalkeeper and a decent centre-back. But apart from that, it's the bare minimum of 75 or lower. We do have 33 million though after the contracts are already signed. So I think the wages could spike up a little bit. Got some unhappy faces, but some decent wages. Femi Aziz is the highest paid player after his new contract, but again, the players that come in are gonna skyrocket past those. So let's get shopping. The first man, he's not got the blonde bleach hair he has on his picture, but it's Sergio Roberto, a new right back. We're gonna strengthen up the defense big time, but they won't be the only ones. The big names, of course. We've got Murad Ali, who, yeah, he's 72 rated. Forget about him for now. The other big names is another left back this time, Leonardo Spinazzola. Yes, ancient, I know. But staying in the Premier League isn't our only thing. Harry Maguire coming across. Oh, what have I just said? Staying in the Premier isn't the thing. I meant caring about people's age. We do not care if a player is too old for this team. We need the ancient veterans to keep us in the league. Man, oh man, we're loving some meme players. There's one that isn't memed in particular, but he is a big name, known in the Prem for being injured. Thiago Alcantara at the Royals with a Spanish manager. They're all the good players through the door. I'm not gonna lie that there wasn't many because it's so difficult to do. But Sellers has got his youth scouts out, just like Reading are trying to do when we found Dusan Knezevevic. Yeah, I don't know how I've said that. And what's the future got for Knezevic, whatever his name is? It says right there, it's Arsenal first up. Reading and Arsenal have had some classic games over the years as the squad looks ready for the, I'm going to say championship then, Premier League. I'm not ready for it, but the team is. Just Deli Bashiru under the rating threshold. We should have a replacement coming in for him very soon. I've been scouting high and low, but as we aim to survive, it is the Emirates we take our young team, and we lose 3-2. It's disappointing to lose, but Di Carvalho with, of course, 2 goals, and I will take that as a positive. 2 players to add to the big list. The first one actually is a striker. We've got a midfielder as well, but Romeo Vermont is a backup man. As the main man for the midfield that does make this a Premier League team for me is Oscar Zambrano. Look at the amount we've brought in. The 2 ratings of the newbies right there, the Ecuadorian and the Belgian, both 22-year-old, both got a lot to prove. And can they prove it in the Premier League? And this is interesting. You have to scroll up to see our position in our first season of the Premier League without any money spent on player fees. We're 12th. 1 goal difference, 24 points. But I tell you what, stay 10 points away from Leicester and we have got a good season. The board's still unhappy, of course. They're never satisfied. I think we've got some very unhappy faces around, and I don't know why. Probably because some have been replaced. They don't like it. We've still got an over 80 rated Thiago, which I didn't expect. The 2 strikers as well need a couple more goals because Vermont will be chasing them on the bench. We'll check signings. If we can't find any, you know we're going to the end. And ladies and gentlemen, I know what's occurring right now, but we finished 12th in the league, so it was where we really ended up. I told you Watford and Norwich in this league will be good for us. No offense to them, of course. Rate them in real life a little bit, but we were 9 points clear. But that is not the reason I'm excited. If we get a drum roll, we won the FA Cup. I told you Arsenal and Reading had good games, and we did it against the Gunners. 3-2 in our favour this time, and the goal scorer who won it for us, who do you think it was? Who do you think it was? No. It was Harry Maguire. Look at the team's rating as well. We've definitely got one man who's standing out and will be here all save because we need him. 27 goals, but where's that 1 goal? Was it just 1 goal for Maguire? Yes, it was. FA Cup says right there, he did it. That is our major trophy completed and only to the Champions League now, which is going to be a lot more difficult. So after surviving in the Premier League, we have to rebuild on, but we've changed our formation. Coizer was not going up rating, so Vermont comes in and we go to 3 up front. Will this be good? Or will this be horrific? Also, it's worth being said that we are in the Europa League this season. Of course, I don't expect anything from this. They want a crucial midfielder and a Europa League spot in the league. But hey, if we do well in the Europa League this season, you know, that means Champions League the season after. So signings have to come in. Maybe Varane doesn't stay in the team all the time because we've brought in Baptiste Blanchard. And we're going to go ahead and get Manuel Bravo. 2 unknown quantities. Blanchard actually just one behind the man, so he's going to step in because this guy is only 16 years old. Very good for potential. And then Bravo, who looks like, well, another 16-year-old, but could be a centre-half over Fonterosa. There is some still real players going as well. We're going to bring in a couple of, like, reserve ones, like Maguire, who is 77 overall. And just like we got Garbett seasons ago, we're bringing in a regular from the free agent rebuild over on FIFA 23. Welcome to the club. Another Man United player to join, Maguire. It's not Christopher Ross going out. It was, as you probably realised, Donny van der Beek. The team is now fully set. We've got a lot of youngsters at this club. Bravo needs to hurry up and be a centre-half. Oh, and it's another narrow defeat to them. 3-2. Smith Rowe getting back onto form, but our 3 strikers hopefully pull through. But before we let them cook, a few games gone, we actually beat Man City in the league, which is surprising. Europa League, we've got Lens, Nojland, and APOEL. I'm saying that Cyprian name wrong, but we've got to beat them. We should be going through. And could we win this competition? Oh my days! Oh my days, and we've made it to the preliminary round. That's exciting. Bayern Munich think we'll end our journey, but we finished second in the group as expected, and the other teams gave it a good go. 10th in the league as well, literally 2 points behind City, above Spurs. That's a bit of a weird one. Team rating wise, it's all right. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Zambrano, Bravo, Donny. We're trying to strengthen that midfield. And the problem with free agent rebuilds is there's absolutely nobody to be signing in this window. Hakim Ziyech passed it. Loiderio, the defender. There's no one. No one. Actually, scrap that. We found another free agent legend. Robert Navarro joins for the central midfield slot. And we have made a semi-final. We beat Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich. Beaten by the Royals. I don't believe it, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself because I know how good Sociedad's team is. I checked. But our striker doesn't even score a goal. It's Navarro and Van der Beek, the midfield that we're trying to strengthen, sending us almost to a final. And the second leg actually doesn't go our way, but when you get the job done at the Majeski Stadium, I can't even speak, it is done. We're in the final. And Juventus are the team that we have in the final. They were against Manchester City, you know, so they've done a good job to get past them, but we've done a good job to even get here. Premier League-wise, 7th. 7th. That's us almost out of everything, but we do win with a big voice break in the last minute. The Europa League title, Courtier, Blanchard, not even Di Cavallo, and Vlahovic for them. But Reading are in the Champions League. Could this be a shot? We like doing it with free agent rebuilds the hard way. And this has definitely been it. Can't believe that's another trophy in the cabinet. The board are really not on our side though. 56 manager popularity rating, but that's because we're not reducing wages. We're hiring them because it's the only thing we bloody pay. Take the fees that you'd usually spend and keep them for yourself, Mr. Chairman. We've got a 24 goal scorer season out of Martino Di Carvalho, who is 92 overall. We've got to find another one of him for next season, or actually quite a few in midfield and defense. So here we are in a Champions League Reading season. What do they expect from it? I know we've got a decent striker, still a very low rating, a quarter-final. Jeez, with no defense. That is huge. They want a Champions League place again through the league. And something that will be equally as crucial as signings is outgoings. We've got to get rid of players. Spinazzola, the first one of the group. And I really hope we don't get sacked by the board, as we've got 4 huge players coming in for huge budgets. The first is a 31-year-old Aaron Wan-bissaka. I think we've just stumbled upon greatness with these. Genuinely over the moon, as Carrasco's been a decent keeper, but you can't get any better than Alisson Becker on the treadmill, or even Rogmanoli. He's walking in. I just can't believe it. Yep, game face as well as there's one more to go. Look how much we've improved our probably Champions League pushing team. I love it. Even Bravo now on the bench, who's a centre-back. 17-year-old, 80 rated. Getting left back, swapping with Stamenic, who might have to come out because left back is the one we're after now. And that team, honestly, is the real deal. These are, of course, all old boys because they're near retirement. The reason that we've signed them, a 36-year-old João Cancelo as a left back. We have to go for it this season. We won't have these players next. And that's a worry. Do we get a win in the Super Cup, though, as we sim over it? We do. We beat Barcelona. Of course, I'm not counting that as one. Crystal Palace is our first real tester. We should be beating them. We've got one of their ex-players, of course, in Wan-bisska. He came to Reading over his old club as we get the win. Blanchard, Navarro, and Blanchard again. Carvalho, every game we actually go into sim, doesn't seem to score, and he missed a penalty here. Hopefully he does it through the remainder of the season, though, as we want Champions League football for next year. And so far, so very good. Nottingham Forest lead the way because of a draw against Manchester United as our group. Barcelona, who we know we already can beat. Sporting Lisbon and Bodo Glimt. I mean, just get through. Just get through somehow. A lot of strong teams, of course, in this, and we would rather them not be. And the board's still unhappy. I mean, I do see the place that we're in the league. We haven't got the youth in. We've got an FA Cup game against Sellers' old team, Southampton, as we're 8th. City doing as bad as us. Maybe that's keeping us in a job. But the only thing that matters is Barcelona are out, and we topped the group. Well in Sporting, joining us on the way as we have Leipzig. Okay, every team on there apart from PSG and United look beatable. Other side of the draw, there's some harder teams. It is going to be exciting. The thing is, though, we've got players really decreasing now. Rogmanoli still at 82, but Stamenic probably has to step in. Maybe over Bravo, just for now. Midfield's okay. I mean, it's all right, but attack. Oh, baby, our attack. I'm extremely excited, though. Red Bull Arena, we care so much about doing it this season with the old players. Their team looks okay, no special. Joe Gomez going to be a cheat code this year. Not in the first leg. Di Carvalho finally with a goal. And Blanchard. On to the next game we go, though. Back with the Royals at the Majeski Stadium. Blanchard's now 87. He's high rated as a draw. William Jr. and Beltran, but Navarro and Cotier. And a brilliant draw up next, to be fair. We've got Inter Milan, which out of those I would have rather had Brighton, but Brighton Real Madrid will be so interesting. I want to keep my eye on that game, but I'll keep my eye on my own as well because we've scored 8. Well, both teams have scored 8 goals, but 5 for us. Stamenic, Courtier, Blanchard, Carvalho, Couture. I can't even say my own striker's name, but it's a shame he hasn't been playing all time. Still, of course, a second leg to go, though. The boys are never fully fit, but we win it 7-6 on aggregate. I mean, Darwin Núñez has made it a very interesting one. Carvalho and Cancelo. We can do this. And oh my days, look at those results. Napoli are through. We really want them. Real Madrid beat Brighton 10-9 on penalties. I want to keep my eye on it. You couldn't keep your eyes off it. Real Madrid out of all teams to get. Let's have a look at their team. Werner and Kane. Werner and Kane is so weird to see. They've done a lot of shopping in the Premier League, but it's only a draw. Jude Bellingham and Blanchard. It's like everyone who scores has got alliterative names. But I'm still confident, and my confidence is being fulfilled as we reach a Champions League final. We've got to do it this season. We won't have chance next. I think as keepers had a big part to play. Carbonic, who you wouldn't expect to score for them. Stamenic, one of our first signings. And Couture, who it keeps taking off in this stupid simulated season. We lost to Man United in the last game of the season as well as PSG. I wondered when they'd turn up for the Champions League final game. We've avoided them in the past few saves. Objective-wise, I think we've kind of failed. 10th spot. We have no continental football for next season. Or do we? FA Cup? No. We didn't win that at all. But we did win the Carabao, so that's another major honour. If you didn't count the FA Cup first time, there's another trophy. Pretty decent from us. The semi-final as well, they hammered Napoli. They've honestly hammered their way to it, beating United, who beat us. Will these lads be able to do it, Romanoli? I'm sorry, captain, but Bravo's coming in. Will them lads be able to do it? I'm counting on the attack. We've really got to play on pace. 99 for Blanchard. Of course, 94, 91 shooting for Di Carvalho. It all comes down to this. And we don't get to see their team. We actually skipped past looking at it. I think this is Benfica Stadium. Maybe wrong, but they've took the animation of seeing the starting 11 out. I hope they don't have Mbappe. Oh, never mind. There he is. There he is in the animation scoring against us. That's a good sign of things to come. Up the Royals, though. Up the Royals. Stamenic can definitely deal with him. There's an interception in there. Zambrano with a close pass as well. Let's get going, shall we? Hit those attackers. Here we go. Get that pass forward. Blanchard. What can he do? One of the fastest players on the planet. He's absolutely shredding Calabria. He's round him. Our number 15 cuts inside. What a save. Please. No. That is some pace, though. We need to get it back to those attackers and avoid things like this. Jadon Sancho probably wanting out of Man United. Chukwueze around the side. Very, very overhit from him. Cancelo's retiring. Don't tell me about the players we're losing, as that's a shot from Kylian, first of the game. Doesn't matter how old he is. Goalkeepers keep their just diving expertise up, as that's a ball into Blanchard, the fastest player on the planet, running at the keeper and slotting it in. We've caught them on the counter. Donnarumma, no chance. Reading 1-0 up. It honestly seems like Blanchard is the best out of the three so far. The pace is terrifying. He is fantastic. Valverde, though. No. Tried to pull it back. Wan-bisska with the interception. And look at the passing out. Zambrano, who should be defending furthest forward, but he releases Di Carvalho. He's got Blanchard at one side. Coutier at the other. Di Carvalho can shoot, and he's saved. Probably a poor choice there, but we're keeping them semi-quiet. Getting shots off. Alisson amazing. Us 1-0 up. Just keep going. Just keep going. Bravo. With a really good pass across. Bravo. João Cancelo. Need to start the second half off. How we finish the first. There's Blanchard. Decent little tester again. We probably do need 2 goals in this. Alisson's heroics won't stay forever. There's Kylian running through. Is that in the box? It may be. It may be. It's a yellow card. Bravo with the tackle. Oh my days. Look at that. Look at that. We've looked out hugely there still. He could score this, could Kylian. They're trying to shut the angle a bit, and Wan-Bissaka's there. He can actually run all the way. They've committed so many bodies forward. We may benefit from what should have been probably a penalty. Wan-Bissaka inside. Oh, no. Zambrano making himself a 5th defender right now. He is staying back big time. Jadon Sancho trying the skills. Just keep chasing them. Keep flooding them. That's a good ball into Ernesto Valverde. Gets his shot off. Shows they will still definitely get chances. Blanchard, though, round the corner. Donny van der Beek out wide. Here he is. Blanchard trying to just get some pace going. Wins a free kick as well. Gets in. Probably the best thing he could have done in the scenario. We go backwards, but only to go forwards. We don't park this bus. Donny van der Beek. Slick turn. Oh no, Saliba now on the field, but 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go. Well, literally less now. João Cancelo had a brilliant tackle. Whack that ball upfield. Carvalho, head that on. There could still be another chance. Look at that. I said no chemistry. Blanchard against Donnarumma. Bounces off him after he tried the chip. And that is Reading just certifying a win in the Champions League. We'll look out as much as we want. If it wins us the Champions League, we don't care. You've been special, Allison, and we've been special overall. Game wrapped up, done and dusted. Kylian Mbappe in the mud. Di Carvalho, Blanchard and Coutier. I've said their names so many times, but they literally have lifted Reading to a Champions League title with no signings and an FA Cup and a Carabao. It's genuinely such a good feeling. I know we've done this rebuild before. We've done the exact same thing with no signings, but Reading, with the struggles they're in, it needed to happen again, and Wan-Bissaka will lift the trophy high. Blue and white, of course, like I said. The best colours behind black and white. As if you have enjoyed this free agent rebuild still, I am plenty open to more, so suggest some down below. I'm going to have a lie down after that final, rest the lungs, and of course, if you have any suggestions, they might just be the next one.